All right, good morning. Here we are at Loveland Property. We got the Siletz Highway Road right there. This is the entrance. Here we go, down the main driveway. We got Freddie and Dougie here. Just checking out the 10 acres in the river. Whatever they want to do, whatever they want to do. Very awesome for dogs and kids. They're all sleeping though. As we enter, we've got this little creek here to the left that connects with the river ahead. You can see a tent, trailer, the RVs, a couple cars. And we start off by going left. Did a little mowing yesterday. Check out some of the trails that have been built, mostly just by cutting through canopy here, which is pretty rugged. Started off by kind of using the elk trails, and then cutting, expanding, and derooting. Since it's mid-June, we've got water in the creek, and it gets fed by the tide, but it'll eventually dry out. You can hear the trickle of the water now. See all the moss, very endemic to Oregon forests. It's so dark, shady, and the canopy is created by all the growth. So let's build a bridge over here. Cross. You see there's a road sign that got washed up by the winter. It says yield, or what does it say on there? Full of moss. Alright, yeah. This bridge has been washed away too. Done some work to secure it. But all of this floods in the winter. All the way, completely. Which is why I can't build anything here unless it's on stilts. Yeah, sun's up. Out of the shade. The ocean's about 3 miles, just actually due west, right over those mountains, hills. Here we go, we can see the river. We're 9 miles downriver. So like I said, only about 3 miles from the ocean. The river does some interesting curving, but that's gravity. Pushes where the water down, and it goes where it goes. A lot of alder here. Those. This actually is all new for me. The trail only went back past there last time I was here. It was last year. So we do an annual post Father's Day trip to meet up with the shoals to our good friend Dan. Didn't make it. So to commemorate that, us other dads meet up with his children and we do this trip every year. And we're planning to keep on doing it for a while so it becomes a tradition. What do you say? Like, do something 15 years in a row, it's a tradition then? 10? 20? Alright. Ooh, birds. Big birds. I don't know what that was. But yeah, here we go. Lots of dead fallen logs in the river and just all over the property. Ah, pretty cool. This goes for a while now. And there's a trail on the other side that goes downriver. I'll have to explore that. All right. Keeps on going. Do we hear a little bit more? Now I'm going to head back and reconnoiter the rest of it. Check the lens. River. We got no water at this property. There's no electricity. There's no sewer. So we use the porta potty and the RVs and the generator sometimes. And Starlink to get online, because I actually have a little work to do today, so I've got to figure out a way to do that. Now let's check the fork real quick. I really get the feeling of being in a tropical jungle here. So it never snows here. It gets cold, but it never gets freezing, which is what makes it basically a rainforest. You get lots of precipitation and vapor and fog, and you see that it's very green here. There are bears here, not like Tahoe though. And then we've got some elk. Oh, that trail goes somewhere too. Explore that another time though. I can tell my dogs are excited after a night of sleeping in the truck. Oh, cool. There's the creek again, where we can cross over. We'll be way above it. I'm sure the highway is going to pop out over there soon, I guess. Ooh, axle. It's very muddy here. Has no idea what these big family. Almost looks like a banana tree plant. All right. Oh, there's the road. See now? Culvert that the creek goes underneath the road with. And voila. All right. Quite a bit of gravel was used to pave the driveway, this area, and then the driveway all the way to the end. A lot of tree removal. And to bring the trailers in, had to remove all these side branches too. And that pile of wood was probably 4 times bigger, and it's been burnt, cut into firewood. Which that pile was gigantic when we got here on Thursday. Now it's pretty little. Boys like to burn fire quite a bit. We got the water closet. Thanks, Tina. Trampoline. Get to hear the creek meets the river. Our main eating station. Fire pit. Tree swing gets quite a bit of use. Go down to the dock. This gangway was also a giant project. As was the dock. You can hear the SS Shoalaway foot pad. The ladder, the Siletz River, it's high tide. At low tide, the bank shore goes almost up to here. It's pretty amazing difference just being this close to the ocean and watching the tide affect the river up and down. And I can tell the tide is going out because the water is actually flowing towards the ocean. When the tide is coming in, the water actually goes upstream, the flow, which is pretty bizarre until you kind of figure that out. There's we have a crawdad trap here. Which put some salmon in there and got a bunch of them as a result. Kids were playing with them. The ladies wanted to free them. And we did. The boys just wanted to. Oh, actually, there's a dead one right there floating, huh? Look at the devil. That one didn't make it. How you doing in your morning bath routine? right. Early in the morning. We broke the axe, splitting wood. The boys got really into it. That's really cool to see. You start out, kind of tentative. By a little practice, you're just bashing wood. This trailer is actually for the dock and the plankway, or what do you call that? Sorry, the gangway. I said that wrong. Doesn't sound right. Anyhow, here's the trail going, kind of going northwest now. The upper property. This is the original trail. This is the first trail that was actually built. There's a couple of really cool trees back here too. Really old and very mossy. Loveland has a name for this tree. I forget it. I'll have to ask him. Got some ferns, very indicative of the rainforest, Northern California, Oregon, Washington. If you remember in Return of the Jedi, on the planet, quote, Endor, unquote, they filmed that up in, I think it was Marin, maybe Sonoma County. You'll notice there's quite a bit of fern in the speed biker chase scene. You can see the road sign right there. So I haven't been here on a sunny day where it's at 70 degrees. I think the nicest day we've seen was about 67. And because we're so north, we're more than halfway to the North Pole from the equator. The sun gets up early and sets really, really late. But we're just past solstice, so the days are going to get shorter. That means winter's coming. I'm always looking forward to that. Chase the powder. Actually come back to Oregon again. Do a bachelor trip. Hang out in Bend. Just got to time it out with work and when the kids are school off. Pretty big trees also. Somebody could tell me why the tree bends like that to get to sunlight, and why it splits also like that, and whether that's good or bad for the tree, it doesn't matter. So we have a pair of golden retrievers here. Tess is an old mommy, and we got Bodie, and we got my dogs, Freddie and Dougie. So 2 black lab mixes and 2 golden retrievers. A lot of symmetry. Yeah, could extend the trail that way somewhere. Anybody who owns land, property knows that it's a lot of work, a lot of maintenance. When you're looking to make improvements, sometimes you're looking to repair damaged stuff. This goes towards the river. They did actually dig out a pit that got a permit for a septic tank. They ever want to install one. I don't know if we passed the spot. It was back in there somewhere. And if you could, the camera can give you no sensation of what it's like to walk on this stuff. It's really weird. It's so spongy, but crunchy. Sometimes I sink a lot. Sometimes it's sturdy. Very, very uneven. I bought boots. I've been here in November, and it rained every day. And it was so muddy, you needed waders, basically. Keep going. Let's just go see where this goes, and we'll walk back. Oh, yeah, that goes for a while. Look at that. More to explore. I think it's 10 acres. 10 acres of floodlands though in the winter. So. Very old dock. How much people use it? Doesn't look like it anymore. That dock gets some use though. They have some horses on at least 40 acres on the other side there. Very cool. You hear the horses neighing. Let's go, Doug. That's what I mean, kind of a crunchy. Voila.